Hi everyone, for a long time I wanted to try out my coasters and kind of blow them up because those coasters turn out so beautiful, beautiful little abstract mini works of art. So I thought I'm just going to do the same kind of idea but on a larger scale. And so I'm going to do that today. I'm going to show you how that works out, and I'm going to be talking to you about, as an artist, what you should always do. So when I'm working on my coasters, they're on a tile, it's glazed, so it's very slippery. So I thought I'd add water to the whole canvas, then pour the base color of white, black, and then gold. Now on some of my favorite coasters, this is exactly what I did. I just ran my finger through the colors, and I thought I'd try this and see what happens. Now, tilting a little 4" by 4" coaster is a lot different than tilting a huge canvas. It's heavy and the paint makes it even more heavier. So I wanted to share with you what you should do as an artist. You should always do these things. And the first one is to practice regularly. I have a hard time with that word, practice regularly. The more you practice, the better you'll become. It's just simple as that. You have to set aside some time each day or a week, any time that you can, to work on your art. Even if it's just for a short period of time, take that time to do that. Another thing you should do is experiment, as I am doing here. This is something different for me. You have to try different techniques and mediums. Trying these new techniques and mediums can help you to expand your skills. You find out what really works best for you. Okay, here it is, and boy, that was hard to move it around. The weight of the paint on the canvas with this size, I found it challenging, but I'm so glad with this result. Look at that. Yeah, it looks beautiful. Neutral, 3 neutral colors, you know, really. So beautiful. And I'll show you up close when it's dry because there's just a lot of glare here now. But I'm loving what I see so far, so I'll show you, and I'll be back here in just 1 second. And here it is, just a couple of days to dry, and it dried beautifully. And I think I will enhance it just a little bit. So stick with me just 1 second. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to do is emphasize this white, kind of going down further here. There's a bit too much gray, and that just happens, of course, when you have the black and white mix. But I really want it to be white, so I'm going to enhance that, change it, and get more white in there. So I'm just taking titanium white straight out of the tube, not adding anything else. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to receive all notifications. As an artist, I really like to always continuously learn. I seek inspiration, I look at pictures, I study the work of other artists, attend workshops or classes, explore other forms of art. It can all help you stay inspired and grow as an artist. So I continue throughout the painting to highlight and brighten areas that I feel are on the dark side. I'm going to emphasize this upper area. I like the gradation of the black to kind of gray and then white and then back opposite. I think that looks really good, but I just really want to emphasize the white a little bit more, make it a little bit more of a contrast. I am using a kind of an angled brush, not very big. Just more fine work. I'm already liking the difference here that I'm seeing, a lot whiter. Same with up here. Just want to emphasize this here. Now, although this area is very interesting, I'm finding it a little bit too busy for what's going on around. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. I'm just gonna go right down. Bad camera angle here, sorry about that, but the next clip shows you exactly what I'm doing. Okay, and same thing with this one here. I'm finding it just too busy, not liking it, so I'm going to just get rid of it. This kind of ends here, so I think I might just say hello to this one. Well, hello. They've joined. Oh my goodness, I sound like a female Bob Ross. And now they make sense. That's good. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of white along this edge, just to kind of have a little bit of gradation of color there. I'm going to do that the same thing here, just so that there's not a stark white line there. Okay, I think I like that. Go back to this and just have it be a little bit more cohesive here. If you're wanting to try to enhance, I know it can be a bit overwhelming. Try focusing on one area and move from there. You can always try it and wipe it right off if you don't like it, but I think you should at least try it. So this area here is very gray, so I'm going to whiten it up. I want this to really be emphasized. Getting sidetracked here for just 1 second. I'm just going to add a few lines here and connect this. Now, another thing I like to do as an artist, I always stay organized. Keeping my workspace and my art supplies organized can really save you time and reduces stress. I'm going to switch out my brush and go back to my angled one. Gives me a bit more control, and it's a smaller, finer brush. Now here's an important point. As an artist, you should always take care of your mental and physical health. I sometimes forget to do this. Art can be mentally and physically demanding, so it's important to take care of yourself to avoid burnout and maintain your creativity. I'd be interested to know what you would title or name this painting. Leave me a comment and let me know. Now, this painting took me over 4 days because I was working constantly on details. So many details in this painting. Every nook and little cranny that was there, I wanted to put something in there to emphasize it, to highlight it, to create shadows. So I am giving you the highlights of what I did here. I'm going to continue emphasizing the black along here to get more contrast. If you haven't done so, click on my description area. It's the little dots and it says more, and you can see in my description area all kinds of links and other things that I use for my artwork, like in my Amazon shop, all kinds of really interesting information and links for you. So like I said, I did a lot of detail, I spent a lot of time, but I love doing it. That's just a labor of love for me. Now, for anyone else, it's easy enough to just do your pour or a swipe and leave it at that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just love to work with my brushes and change things up and really make it my own. Now you might be a bit surprised of what is coming up, so keep watching for that. Going back here just to clean up this edge, not liking what I see yet. This painting was all about smooth lines and contrast. Now, another thing as an artist, you should always embrace your own unique style, your voice, what you want to convey to people. You should celebrate your own unique perspective and style as an artist. I made the mistake one time of seeing a piece of artwork that I really thought was beautiful and wanting to kind of replicate it. I thought I was doing the artist honor by doing that, but I really wasn't. That is not the right thing to do. I regret doing that, and I've never done that since. It is something you should never do. You should always strive to have your own creative and unique work that is authentic just to you. I have one last tip for you coming up. I just turned the painting to the right, I guess, just to see it from a different perspective. See if I could see anything different, or looking at it that it needs something, or should eliminate something. So just checking it out. These different angles give you a different perspective, and you see I did change it up just a bit. So I turned it on the other side, and I'm having a hard time with this painting because it's really, really busy. And I like it this way. I like that bottom, this bottom part down here. I think that grounds the painting. But there's a lot of focus here, and there's just so much here. So I think I might have to do something here to get rid of some of this. Even though some of it's really nice, I'm gonna get rid of it. And to do that, I'm just going to use a sponge, well used, and the black paint. And I'm just going to start up here. Probably going to have to do this a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to turn it back to the way I had it, just to see how that looks now. There you go. I think even this way, it improves it by removing some of that. It's just too much going on. Not sure which way I like it better. I'm gonna turn it back. Okay, new day. I had to take a break, and I'm looking at it with fresh eyes. And I'm thinking that this area down here is a bit busy with what's happening. I like it, but I think I might have to paint this out. So I think I'm gonna try that out and see what happens. I do find it sad that I did spend time in that area really working on it to emphasize, but it really is best for the composition to change it up. I decided that this corner I think has to get dark as well. It's just not working out right with it being light that way. Sometimes you have to get rid of or paint over. Getting rid of sounds terrible, but you know what I mean, like changing up the composition for the sake of the composition, for the sake of the painting. It just works better. Well, it does for me, the way I see it anyway. Everyone's different. Every artist has the choice to make. But for me, I think painting this darker makes a lot of sense. Okay, here I am, day 3. I'm going to add some color. I'm going to start off with this cadmium yellow deep hue, and I'm going to see what other colors I might add. Yellow will really just bring out, brighten things up, give a bit more contrast. So I didn't think that I was going to be adding color, but this is a surprise. When you add a little bit of color to a neutral, it really does change it up. And you'll see exactly how I do this coming up. I have images coming up so that you could see the detail. It's important when you're looking at it to get in close to really see all the fine work that was done. So it's kind of hard to tell with the yellow, but there's a lot of yellow in here now, and you'll see it better when I do the up close. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of prism violet. So my last tip as an artist, what you should always do is be professional. Being professional in, when you interact with other clients or galleries, other artists, can really help you build a positive reputation and lead to more opportunities for your artwork. Love the combination of gray and purple. It looks beautiful to me. So you can see the addition of the purple, that it's subtle, but there's color there and it complements what's already there. Yellow and purple go really well together. Now I'm going to try and add a little bit of this pyrrole red. Pyrrole red, I still don't know exactly how to say it, but I think it's pyrrole red, and see if it works. I might just wipe it off the minute I put it on. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. So as you can see, I'm adding the red in very sparingly. As I kept going, I became a little bit more brave and added larger amounts in certain sections. And afterwards, I did kind of cut it back a little bit, just took my paper towel, wet paper towel, and took it off because it was still very new. Okay, so I think I'm also going to add this light blue just to see what happens. Now, adding this light blue might seem a little bit of an odd choice, but I like blue, and I think adding that contrast of the warm colors with this cool color really is beautiful to me. After much contemplation and studying, I decided that area was also very busy, and that's why I took out my brush, or my sponge, I should say, and got my black paint and painted that section as well. Made it calmer. Okay, so it's been a couple of days because I was looking at it and thinking about it and wondering if I should change the outer area, black areas, to white. And I decided no, leave it as is. It makes more sense this way. And so I am calling this done. You can see all the details here. All the different colors. I did use a lot, but sparingly. And just love the way it's looking. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this painting. And click on the link you see now to see more of my artwork.